Yeah, it was right there. You know, there's a couple that I always cry.
There's that same camaraderie that has to exist if you're going to be a team. The giant philosophy was
People, people, people.
So my name is Tonya Herring, and I'm the Senior Vice President of Merchandising at Giant Food. So to give context, I lived in Northern California, and I lived literally 20 minutes from Napa Valley. So everyone always talks about how beautiful Napa Valley is. It's absolutely true. My past is just a bit interesting in that a month before my 16th birthday, I had the wonderful opportunity to tell my parents that I was pregnant. Obviously, that's not something you want to tell your mom. I was a straight A student. I was going to go to college. I was going to be a lawyer. And so I remember I was really, really depressed at first. What inspired me to stay positive was there was a girl who was 12 years old. She chose to give birth to her little girl. She nursed her for 3 days, and then she gave her to her adopted family. And I thought at 12 years old, she is amazing. I wish I knew what she was doing today, but how could I even begin to complain? So that young lady made me realize you have choices that you can make in life. And I decided it was up to me to give him the best life that he could have, but also wanting to still achieve my ultimate success, even though I had him so young. So I had my son in September of my junior year. 2 weeks after he was born, I went back to school, and a week after that, I started a full-time job in a little print screening, you know, where you screen t-shirts. And so I literally went to school from 8 till 12, picked my son up from daycare. I got to take him with me to work, which was great. Work from 1 to 10, do my homework from 10 to midnight, and then start all over again. I did that for about a year and a half. And so obviously college wasn't a choice for me. And so I didn't know what I was gonna do, honestly. I had no idea. And so then Safeway was opening up a new store in the town I lived in. So I went and stood in line so I could get great medical benefits. It's really how my career started. 2 weeks later, they asked me if I wanted to be a deli manager. And then 5 years later, field support. Then I moved into the corporate office, and it's just kind of been this, I always cry when I tell this story, so you just had to bear with me. Yeah, when I became a vice president at Safeway, I called my dad, and I said, "Dad, I did it. I caught up." And he said, "What are you talking about?" And I said, "I feel like I caught up. You don't have to be disappointed. I'm where I would have been had I gone to college." And he said, "What are you talking about? I knew when that baby was 2 weeks old and you took his car seat and you got on the school bus to go back to school, you were gonna be just fine." But that was really a turning moment for me, though. And I think recognizing that growth, it comes through some of these external awards. If you think of, you know, top women in grocery, the most influential women, and there are reasons why they do awards for women, particularly because we still are so underrepresented, especially at the higher levels, right? So as much as I wanted that first one, I wanted that fifth one. Truly, truly honored that Giant Food and Ira felt like I was still worthy of being nominated. I had done enough work to get nominated, and then to get selected for the fifth time and get in the Hall of Fame was a really big deal. I want to be an example to underserved, underprivileged girls specifically, teen mothers, people who have been in an abusive relationship, that You can do it. You absolutely can decide who you want to be and find a way to get there. That keeps me wanting to go one step further, one step further, one step further, so that they'll have the courage to keep going one step further, one step further, one step further. My one granddaughter, I tease her, does she want to ride motorcycles for a living? Then go ride a motorcycle for a living. It doesn't have to be big. It just has to be whatever makes them happy. So if my granddaughters know they can be whatever they want to be and fulfill those dreams, and if I can get someone I've mentored to pass me by on this corporate ladder, then I'll feel like, check the box, I did everything I wanted to do.